I lost every game of my first local ProQuest this season, and that's okay. I had a lot of fun. I had a plan. I played to the best of my abilities and the best that my hands presented me, but I lost every game. With that said, this is my Viserai ProQuest hybrid build that I've been kind of messing around with. My idea was in an aggro meta, I can kind of bob and weave, build up rune chants, and then play big attacks like Ninth Blade and Arknight Ascendancy to kind of swing the game in my favor from there and kind of go along with, Mauvrion Skies, pitching a blue, 2-cost attack, swing Rosetta, etc. So we'll just go through the deck real quick, and I'll tell you what my idea was, and maybe you guys can do it way better, so we'll see. But standard Crown of Providence, Spring Tunic, Grasp of the Arknight, and Spellbound Creepers for pretty much every matchup. In the sideboard, you got the Crown of Dichotomy and the Vexing Quill Hand. Those will come in for AB2 against Wizards. And so in the main board, I have 2 Arknight Ascendancy. Cost 6, but it's reduced for every rune chant you have in play. And when it hits, you'll create as many rune chant tokens as the damage is. So it's a 5 dominate, and you can pummel it. So pretty much, if you can set up a pummeled ascendancy for 9 dominate, you shoot off your many rune chants, you play this attack, you pummel it, you're going to create 9 more rune chants, and if it has go again, you can swing for 2, 2, and 9, which is what you want to do. That's a pretty huge play. So that's why I have 2 in there to set that up. 2 Command and Conquer. I don't own 3, I only own 2. So there you go. 9 Mauvrion Skies, 3 of each color. This is the card that's going to give your Runeblade attacks go again, threaten to create more rune chants on hit, and then that way you can follow up with a Rosetta Thorn swing at the end of your turn. 3 Mordred Tide, that's pretty much Viserai's Blood Rush Bellow. It increases all the rune chant token creations by 1, so that goes crazy on the turns you play a bunch of cards, especially cards like Revel and Runeblood, read the runes, etc. 2 Pummel there for CNC and Ascendancy mostly, but you'll see a lot of my attacks are 2 value as well. I like 2 copies of Rattle Bones. Cost 2, but you pretty much always Rattle Bones for a Swarm and Gloomveil, and then follow up with Rosetta Thorn for a good cheap turn. And Rattle Bones can also give you Ascendancies and Ninth Blades if you have a bunch of rune chant tokens built up. I have 1 Runic Runes main board in this generic 60, and then 3 total in the deck. So anytime I want to sit back and make rune chants, I'll play 3 copies of Read the Runes. Shrill of Skullform, 3 red, 3 blue. It's a staple blue, and then the red can swing for 7, which is quite great. 3 Revel and Runeblood. This is another, Blood Rush Bellow kind of card for Runeblades, and it can really, you can swing Rosetta Thorn for like 228, 229 at the end of your turn for some pretty insane raw damage. Spellblade Assault, 3 red, 3 blue, cost 2, so you can pummel it, and it creates 2 rune chant tokens when you play it, plus another one from Viserai's ability, so you'll pretty much have 3 rune chant tokens sitting for your next turn, or you can add those to your Rosetta Thorn swing at the end of the turn. 3 Sonata, it's a good free non-attack action to keep your turn going and get a crucial card in your hand when you need it the most. I like Sigil of Suffering as my defense reaction because it blocks 4, it does 1, so it's a free 5. And against Fi and Icelander, you know, they usually have floating resources, but they want to use that for their staff or their sword, etc. So if you can kind of challenge their resource pool too with this card as well. So that's why I like it in here in this meta. 3 Swarming Gloomveil. It's a free attack with Go Again. Most of the time it's going to be free for Go Again. And it's good target for Rattle Bones too. And then 3 Vexing Malice Blue. This can be replaced with Spellblade Strike if you need something that creates rune chance. I just like the 2 arcane damage. It can just kind of surprise some people sometimes towards the end of the game. 3 Lead the Charge. Those will give you 2 cost attacks. An action point afterwards so you can swing your sword after pitching a blue with these 2 cost attacks. Blue Deathly Duet. So I can either swing for 4 or swing and create 2 rune chance. So it's a nice flexible card. Become the Arknight, of course, Viserai staple, and Looming Doom. So in the actual tournament, I had 1 Looming Doom and 2 Amplify the Arknight blues because I didn't have 3 Looming Dooms yet in my collection. But yeah, basically sometimes you just want to create rune chance, set up a Looming Doom, and chip away at their health in those grindier games. And to round it out, 2 Ninth Blade because yes, when we have rune chance built up, slap this down for 9. It's also good against Dromai to block Phantasm. 3 Oasis Respite absolutely obliterates Kano, and it's really good against Icelander's Aether Ice Veins, so that's why I have these in the sideboard. 2 more Read the Runes to round it out to 3. 2 Runic Reclamation. I like to bring this in to target Channel League Frigid, Channel Mount Heroic mostly. Dromai plays auras as well, so this is applicable in multiple matchups, and it's a Phantasm blocker as well. 2 Runeblood Incantation. Again, I'll bring these in the grinding matchups to have some rune chance on the table. And then 2 Unmovable red to block from 8 from Arsenal against Bravo, Oldham, Dorinthia, anyone swinging tall. So again, this is my idea was just a nice flexible hybrid threatening Viserai. You got the Rainbow Mauve, you got the Rosetta Thorn swings, you got the Mordred's, Revel and Runebloods, etc. But yeah, my matchups just didn't go my way, and it was unfortunate. But the games were fun to play, and didn't work out. But you know, it's a good learning experience. You know, I'm gonna take the feedback I received from playing some games in real life in a serious event, and I can make some tweaks to this deck if I want to keep pursuing this ProQuest season. So hope that gives you some inspiration. Hope you learned a little bit more about Viserai, and like I said, don't be afraid to lose games in Flesh and Blood. This is a very hard game. It's very hard to win. It's very hard to win drastically more than you lose. Example, like 5-1, get the top cut. So don't be hard on yourself if you spend a lot of time playing this game and you go like 2-4. The games are getting very close. People are getting very good at the game, and people are getting very good at deck building. So your journey is your own. Keep pursuing your own play styles and your unique ideas. Gather the data and make improvements. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.